Experience the future of connectivity with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering the fastest speeds in the nation for $49.99 a month. Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, free for 12 months. And a Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G, free for 12 months. That's Spectrum One. Visit Spectrum.com or your local Spectrum store today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, perfect for seeing Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, presented by Capital One. Ooh, I do love her. Earn 5 times miles on flights and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel.
Enjoy your stay in Suite 13.
Whoa, 13? That's Taylor's lucky number. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
だけどそれ以上に育っていって環境がそうさせてしまう。だから今の経済にできるかな。 だけどそれ以上にこう育っていってやっぱり環境がそうさせてしまう。だから今は受け入れられているのかな。
Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, depending. So today, doing my very first model painting stream on Twitch, because if you've been here, if you've been following me for long, you know that I did this on YouTube. Good morning, Mater. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to painting the GOFF ROCKER. So yeah, this is what I'm painting on stream today. So a bit about the GOFF ROCKER. So, making so many things and stuff. Good, that's good. You're getting back into art? That's always good. And speaking of which, I've actually started sketching again too. I mostly just whichever VTuber I'm watching, I usually just pull out my sketch pad and do a quick sketch of them. But anyways, so A bit about the GOFF ROCKER. He's an orc. There's really nothing to talk about him, like, about his lore, I don't think. But he's part of the Warhammer Commemorative Series. I think he was released, like, as a model for Warhammer Day. Because I believe Warhammer 40k has been around for, like, what, 35 years now? I think. I don't know for sure. Come on. It's been happening all morning. Why is my model freezing up? But anyways, if you look, he has a top hat. He has an electric guitar. And he has a microphone that he's like just screaming into. And he has a squig. If you can see it. Like, he has a squig for a speaker. I can't really talk about the lore of this particular character because there isn't really any, but I can talk about the orcs. So I will get right into this. Start painting. So I think first I'll start off with this, with the skull on his top hat. And I'll be painting it I'll paint it red. So if you've watched me on YouTube before, I did a painting stream of Imhotep the Stormlord. This whole other Necron badass. And I'm not sure if I said this about Imhotep, but he really, really hates fighting orcs. Like, as good of a strategist as he is, he hates orcs. And there's a reason for that. The orcs, like, just make no sense. Like, them as an army make no sense. And basically, the orcs, when they're at war, they don't use strategy or tactics of any kind.
New car. The new year is here, so why not celebrate with a new car
What?
delivered straight to your driveway? Yeah, that's right. Let's head into the new year with a whole new attitude and a new car from Driveway. When you buy from Driveway, there's no pressure or haggling. We
What
offer our
is
best price
this?
up front, financing options, and a worry-free
I'll just turn off Spotify until that ad goes away. What is this? I have ads on Spotify. Yay. Alright, that's it for the ads. That was incredibly dumb. So yeah, Imatech, like, is this grand strategist who plans for everything. But the orcs don't make a plan, and they don't have a strategy or battle tactics of any kind. They literally just, like, go wild on their enemies and just... If it moves, then they hit it or shoot it. And that's literally it. They also have, like, this weird Cockney British bouncer accent. I mean... I don't know, the orcs are just hilarious, if we're being honest. And you might be thinking, 40k? Hilarious? What? And believe me, and I can tell you, as someone who has been crumped by orcs many times in my brief time playing 40k, I can tell you they are incredibly stupid. If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure most of their melee attacks hit on, like, they only miss if you roll once. And most of their shootings, they hit on 5s. And that's because they don't even aim their weapons when they shoot. What is this? And that's because they don't even aim their weapons when they shoot. They let Gork and Mork, their gods, like, guide the bullet after they shoot it. Which is like, oh my god. I mean, that's just a whole nother level of stupid. But like Imatech the Stormlord, I hate fighting orcs. I hate fighting orcs because of one thing, and that's the wah. So the wah. Okay, so a wah, So a wah is like, you might have heard it said, wah! And they're saying war, actually. Like, they're actually saying war. But because their accents, it sounds like wah! And what it is basically like probably like tens to hundreds of millions of orcs just attacking like planets and stuff and just destroying everything. They literally leave nothing in their wake, and it could be like apocalyptic. Like, it can be devastating. And that's without mentioning and the orcs are an army where they... I mean, I said that they're an army where they don't have plans or they don't make plans and they don't have strategies or anything. But that's not a problem for them. Literally all they do is just run right at their enemies and just go ham. They just go nuts. Oh, come on. Why is my model freezing up? There we go. Okay. Excuse me. See, I don't know if this will take me too long to paint. I mean, I know I can easily get the face and the arms. So you can see why someone like Imatek the Stormlord would not enjoy fighting orcs, is because he is all strategy and the orcs are no strategy at all. There's also this really, really fun thing that orcs have, which is called Wa energy. And what that is, it's basically the power of imagination. Where they just believe that something will happen and it just happens. I am not messing around. That is the power of the Wa. Well, no. I mean, it's psychic energy. So yeah, anything they believe happens just happens. But they are not smart enough to realize that. They don't realize that because they're too dumb. Which I think is hilarious. And that's the only reason that any of their technology works. Because you look at orc vehicles, and there's nothing elegant or like well thought out. None of their stuff looks reliable, but it works because the orcs just believe it works. Because if a human tries to drive and I'm not making this name up, if they try to drive a Boondocka Snaz wagon if they try to drive a boondocka snaz wagon, it won't work because they're not an orc. But it'll work if an orc drives it because they just believe it works. Which is hilarious. Sorry, I had to finish off my coffee. So yeah, when you think of orcs, don't think of anything. Just don't think of anything like.
Welcome to a late night edition of
Come
What If,
on.
the show where I, Jake from State.
Yeah, I'll just turn Spotify off for now. I don't need any ads. But there's not. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot about this. So, the orcs. So the orcs, and I think this is really fascinating. The orcs started out as this other race called Corks. Corks? It's either Corks or Crorks. And basically, a Crork is way scarier, way stronger, way bigger, and way smarter than the orcs that we know and love today. And if I'm not mistaken, they were created alongside the Eldar by the old ones, who the Necron tier rebelled against. Well, not rebelled, but went to war with. And I don't know if they fought in the war in heaven, but eventually they just started fighting each other. And it just devolved them into a race that was dumber and smaller and I'm gonna say more evil. So yeah, orcs were way scarier, millions of years ago than they are now. And orcs are pretty scary now, in the 41st millennium. Because the Imperium can rarely ever deal with an orc Wa. The only way to stop one might be to just exterminate the planet they're attacking. Excuse me. And for those of you who don't know, exterminatus is basically just wiping out that whole planet. If it's exposed to Well, orcs aren't the only reason a planet might be wiped out. The orcs aren't the only reason that a planet might be exterminatus. Because orcs are one of the biggest armies in 40k, but there's another one called the Tyranids. And they scared the crap out of this one Inquisitor named Critman. But I think I'll talk about him in another painting stream. Probably when I paint the Swarm Lord. And he definitely is a badass in and of himself. But anyways, there's this one line from one of the Dawn of War games. And I'm definitely going to be playing one of those. I'm going to play the first two at least, because I've heard that the third one just sucks. But there's a quote from this one, like, Imperial Guardsman where he just says, "Orcs, where there's one, there's thousands more." And I'm pretty sure he was talking about, like, an orc Wa that they were about to face. Because usually, where there's one orc, there are thousands more, and possibly millions. And the Wa actually makes orcs stronger. Like, the more they fight, the stronger they become because of the Wa energy. They get stronger, they repopulate more, and they just become a bigger problem, to say the least. Alright. There's his face and his arms painted green. Because orcs. And another thing, the fact that the more they fight, the stronger they become, that's not even why they fight. They fight, like, for the sake of the fight. They fight for the sake of the fight, and which there's something that I find really interesting. So chaos demons, depending on which god they serve, Korn, Nurgle, Slanesh, Tzeentch. Korn, Nurgle, Slanesh, or Tzeentch. So demons, a demon incursion, like an incursion of chaos demons, can happen like 100% based on, like, certain emotions that humans give off. Mostly because humans are the most populous race in the galaxy. And there's this one book called Brutal Cunning, where the orcs are attacking a Mechanicus Forge world. And I guess someone summons a chaos demon to get rid of them, but it doesn't work. Okay, if I'm not wrong, that was a corn demon. I haven't read the book myself, but if I'm not wrong, that was a corn demon. And corn demon specifically, like, corn is the chaos god of war, anger, hatred, that kind of thing. That kind of fun stuff. But orcs. But this demon wasn't getting more powerful from the orcs' emotions because they weren't, like, feeling hateful or like bloodthirsty from the war against the Forge world. So that demon, because corn demon, I think I just said this, but because corn demons usually get their power from people who are fighting out of, like, anger and hatred, just like raw, like, rage. And orcs don't have that. So they just overwhelmed that demon that was summoned. And I think demons call orcs, like, the aberration or something. Because their emotions don't make them stronger. I'm already almost done painting this. Oh, I should talk about squigs. So this little thing right here is a squig. And what a squig is basically, I mean, a squig can be a ton of different things. They're mostly, like, mounts that orcs like to ride into battle. But there's stuff like but there's squigs like I mean, squigs are like cattle and mounts. And Squigs are actually really cool. They're like all malleable. Like every single one of them is like a malleable thing to where they could be just molded and repurposed for different things. And I think this one's being used as a speaker for his music, but that's hardly like I mean, I don't really know how to explain it. Whoops. All right. Hmm. Let's see. So the smaller spots of red are where like the orcs' skulls are, like the skull insignia that they usually have. And then of course there's the squig and his electric guitar. And you know what? I could probably try. Probably do the mouth and the teeth. I mean, I never really. Usually I don't. Usually I don't take too long with this. With painting some, like most minis. Oh, that looks cool. That. I wish the quality from this camera wasn't so garbage. And let's see. Is that it? Is that... Excuse me. Wow. I've already done. I think that's about it. Oh God, I'm sorry. All right, let's see. I guess there actually is a data sheet for the GOFF ROCKER. But I get the feeling it's not in the Orcs Codex. But just in case it is... Let's see. Data sheets. Oh wow, there's a lot. Of course we got Gazkul Thraka. Nope. No Gothraka. But my dad actually did tell me that there's a data sheet for him. So let me just find it on Wahapedia. GOFF ROCKER. Data sheet. Oh boy. Alright. GOFF ROCKER is a single model equipped with Rocker Shuda, Rocker Choppa. You can only include one of this unit in your army. Let's see. What is this? Music with a K. At the start of each battle round, select one type of music below for this model to perform until the end of that battle round. Gothic rock. With 2 Ks. While a friendly Goff infantry unit is within 6 inches of this model, add 1 to the strength characteristic of models in that unit. Oh wow. Orcs are already pretty strong. So Goff refers to the clan of orcs. The Goths are the most like the biggest clan of orcs. They're the ones that are the biggest problem to the Imperium, I think. All right, so Gothic rock and heavy metal. Let's see, what's heavy metal? While the friendly Goff infantry unit with the no mucking about culture is within 6 inches of this model, that the additional hit as a result of that ability is generated on an unmodified roll of a 5 instead of a 6. Oh wow. Crap, and my dad's already seen this. See, can he be a warlord? Nope. See, what are his character, infantry, knob, Goff rocker? He's a knob? He does look bigger than a boy, I guess. Let's see. And let's see, what are the what? First of all right, here we go. The stats on his weapons. All right. So the ROCKER shooter, which the ROCKER shooter, I don't see a gun on him anywhere. That's what a shooter is. And the ROCKER chopper, which is definitely his guitar. Each time a model fights, it can make one additional attack with this weapon. Oh. See, and it's... Excuse me. And the chopper is, each time the bearer fights, it can make one additional attack with this weapon. And his strength is +1, which brings it up to 6. Of course, he hits on 5s with ballistics, like with range attacks, and 3s with melee. And, wow, really? I always thought orcs usually hit on 2s for melee. Hang on. That might be certain orc characters. Let's see. Gazkul Thraka. Let's see. 2s. Oh no, 3s. Where? Okay. Here we go, boys. Oh, their melee is also 3. Gretchen's are 5 with melee and 4 with range. Probably because they're tiny. Huh. Excuse me. I'm sorry. 3s. Just looking through all the... I'm just looking through all the, through all the data sheets. Huh. They hit on 3s for melee. Alright. That's... That is way... Because Space Marines usually hit on 3s for melee and shooting. Unless it's a shock jump dragsta. It hits on 4s. Let's see. You know what? There's something my dad read in here that makes me laugh. Yep, here we go. Orcs are probably the most brutal, aggressive, and often hilariously entertaining army to collect in the entire Warhammer 40,000 game. I mean, that's not incorrect at all. Oh, R2-D2. Hey. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the GOFF ROCKER. Stuck to typing hello. Oh, okay, no. I had a feeling that's what you meant. I had a feeling that's what you meant by that. I didn't think you were saying, well, Luke. But yeah, I actually finished painting this a while ago, and I'm talking about Orc. I'm talking about their lore. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. So let's see what this says. Orcs are often the most relentlessly warlike alien race in the galaxy. They are also one of the most numerous and widespread. Humanity has encountered the greenskin menace from the far reaches of the... I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Uhulis? Uhulis? I don't know. Sector to the shadowy ghoul stars and the depth of the Segmentum Obscurus to the eastern fringe. Very nice. Warhammer lore is super extensive. Yes, it is. That's one of the reasons I like it. Always hostile. Always utterly anarchic. To the Imperium, probably. The Orcs are an omnipresent threat to every race they encounter. Orcs attack with little thought or self-preservation or elaborate strategy. Such concepts are hazy to them at best, and usually shoved aside in favor of the simple joy of storming headlong into battle. Yep, that's about right. This is not to say the Orcs are nothing but base savages, however. A quirk of the Greenskins' genetic makeup affords some amongst them the instinctive knowledge to build terrifying and deadly weapons of war. Perform crude bionic surgery upon their wounded, projected, devastating psychic assaults against the foe, and lead immense warbands into the stars to crush and conquer. This, then, is the peril of the Orcs. Unrelenting, innumerable, and bent upon endless battles, only their anarchic nature holds them back from complete galactic conquest. So basically, Orcs, like most other factions, excuse me. I'm pretty sure Orcs, like the different clans of Orcs, spend more time fighting each other than they do fighting the Imperium most days. Have you ever taken part in conversations about how long fictional characters from other universes would last in the Warhammer universe? I have not. Oh man, it actually, like, now that I think about it, you know, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure most characters from other universes would not last 2 days in the Warhammer universe. Most other characters. I don't know. The Warhammer universe is like the worst possible, like, world to live in. It's literally like in the grim darkness of the far future. There's only war. And I just, like, Excuse me. And we think of like universes like Halo and Mass Effect. I mean, well, because the biggest problems in those ones are the Covenant and the Reapers. I mean, I don't know. Oh. Yeah, there are Reddit boards out there just talking about that. I think I saw they said Superman would last around 2 weeks. Well, isn't Superman just... No, Superman's like invincible. I think he'd be... Yeah, but you can only kill Superman with kryptonite, can't you? Although, there is Blackstone. Oh, geez. Some of the art for these orcs. Some of the art for orcs fighting everyone else is really, really cool. The GOFF clan. Big, mean, and black and green. Yep. That's about right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really think... Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's one that's really interesting. Gazkul led us to Armageddon. Gazkul told us to stomp the humans and knock the cities down. Where's Gazkul now? Zogged off across the galaxy when the going got tough, that's where. Don't matter. We ain't going anywhere, lads. And when Armageddon belongs to the orcs, it won't be Gazkul's world. It'll be mine. Gus Snickrat. Or Boss Snickrat. I'm sure if kryptonite exists, it's been found by someone. I'm not super deep into the lore. I feel like I used to know more. I mean, let's be real here. Games Workshop totally doesn't steal from other sources, right? Right. I mean, these are literally orcs. With a K. To be legally distinct. That's why Imhotep is Imhotep and not Imhotep. Although Imhotep wasn't actually. No, Imhotep is from the Mummy. Because that's like legally distinct Necron names. See, I feel like I could... I'm pretty satisfied with how this turned out. You know what? Let's talk about Gazkul Thraka while we're here. Here we go. Oh wow, these are a lot. There's a lot of pages. There's like 3 pages in the codex about Gazkul Thraka alone. Alright. You know what? Here's a quote from him. I'm the hand of Gork and Mork. I'm the prophet of the war, and whole worlds burn in my boot prints. We is with a Z. We is gonna stomp the universe flat and kill anything that fights back. We is gonna do this cause we's orcs, and we was made to fight and win. Grand Warlord, Gazkul Mak Uruk Thraka. Abridged quotation. Abridged quotation. So yeah. The Grand Warlord, Prophet of Gork and Mork. There is way too much about him to yeah. There's way too much about him to like cram into this one stream. But let's see. Excuse me. See, I want to read really quick about Armageddon, the battle of the planet Armageddon, a planet called Armageddon. Let's see, when did Gazkul meet Commissar Yarrick? Wait, hang on. You know what? I'll just look it up because I don't want to read all this on stream. Battle of Armageddon 40K. Alright. Oh, the third war for Armageddon. Oh. That's right, because the first one was against the World Eaters, who are Chaos Space Marines. Alright, attacking commanders. Of course, Warlord Gazkul Mag Uruk Thraka. And defending commanders. Commissar Sebastian Yarrick. The third war for Armageddon that began in 998 M41. Oh, that's pretty recent. That's very recent. Was a massive conflict between the Imperium of Man and the largest orc Wa ever raised, led by the green-skinned warlord Gazkul Mag Uruk Thraka. The war was fought on the high world of Armageddon, where Gazkul Thraka had launched his first attempt to seize the planet exactly 57 standard years before. Oh. Okay, I kept getting the Wars of Armageddon mixed up. So the first War of Armageddon was when Angron and the World Eaters attacked it. And I guess the next two were both orcs. The conflict drew in heavy portions of over 25 Space Marine chapters, dozens of Astra Militarum regiments, several Titan legions, and caused immense destruction to Armageddon before essentially ending in an extremely narrow Imperial victory. Though neither Imperial nor Orc forces were able to secure complete control over the contested world, and fighting is still ongoing across the planet. Wow. really. Following... Wait, hang on. Where's... Wait. No, I want... Where is the part about Yarick? Where's the part about Commissar Yarick? you can't talk about orcs without talking about Yarick. Okay, here we go. In the final few weeks before the Orcs forces landed on Armageddon proper, the planet was in a frenzy of activity. Ancient Imperial Titans powered up their ancient plasma reactors and took up defensive positions around the hive cities. Imperial Guard regiments were mustered and dug in. Space Marines from over 20 chapters moved into the mountains and wastelands to prepare to face the Greenskins. Imperial merchant vessels were commandeered and used daily to run supplies and reinforcements to the planet through the besieging Orc fleet despite the risk. Wow. The very last transport to touchdown carried a legend to the people of the world. The old man himself, Imperial Commissar Yarick. The population cheered as, for the first time in 20 years, Yarick stepped foot on Armageddon. The Commissar met with the military council that governed Armageddon that night and advised them on Gazgul's most recent tactic and strategies and warned against underestimating the powerful Orc warlord's abilities. Wait a minute. Damn it! I skipped it. Oh my god. Alright, so basically, Yarick is... So basically, Yarick is like a long-standing rival to Gazgul Thraka. He's basically... I don't want to say a friendly rival... Because, you know, an Imperial Commissar and an Orc Warboss. No, the Orc Grand Warlord. I'm pretty sure what happened was Gazgul captured Yarick on Armageddon and dragged him aboard his Space Hulk. Excuse me. And Thraka basically used Yarick to assert his dominance over the other Orc clans. Because there had been other humans on Armageddon taken prisoner too. They were like POWs of the Orcs. Which is not something you want. And if I'm not wrong, Yarick, like, basically is the one human that the Orcs have any respect for. And also, if I'm not wrong, Yarick is dead. Yarick is like... I've seen some memes on YouTube about Yarick's apparent death as it's told in the newest Astra Militarum Codex. It says that he died during the first War of Armageddon, which cannot be true. I don't know if Armageddon was attacked a fourth time. Whoops. Like, as of very recently. But if I'm not wrong, from what... there's like a meme about how Gazkul Thraka is like upset that he wasn't the one that got to kill Yarick. And the memes are all like that he's mad at Angron, the Primarch of the World Eaters. So, I mean, from what little I know of Yarick, it probably would take Angron himself to kill him. Just either Gazkul or Angron. Because he fought against both of them. Or both their armies, at least. And yeah, that's a very, like, really cool little thing to have for Yarick. Like, he was killed by a demon Primarch himself. But that's really all I got. The Orcs are a pretty fun faction to learn about. The GOFF ROCKER was a really fun mini to paint and talk about. That's all I have. So let's raid someone. So let's see who's live. What? Oh. Alright. We're gonna raid Miro Spring, who's playing Getting Over It. Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. And oh man, I feel sorry for her already. Excuse me. So yeah. Everyone, as always, thank you guys so very much for stopping by and hanging out. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. My next stream's gonna be on Friday at 8 a.m. CST. Hey, Luke. Hey, Spook. Hey, Spook. How are you doing? You just got here in time, like, for us to raid someone. I'm about to wrap up. Yeah, I'm about to wrap this up. We're about to raid someone. Coming in at the end. Yeah, you are. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sorry. So I finished painting this hilarious orc rockstar mini, and I'm gonna type a message to raid with. We're raiding Miro Spring. There's my message. There's my raid message. Copy. Alright. And let's start the raid. Alright. All right, you're all ready. She has some ads. All right. So, everyone, hope you had fun. And let's raid now.